Yo, what's good? I'm not talking very loud right now because I'm currently at, I guess, my mentor slash coach's place right now. It's actually 1:16 in the morning, and we just came off a deep conversation. And at the end, I was talking to my dear friend who is also serving the role as my coach. We were talking about my own self confidence. Like, when did I start to have strong self confidence in myself where I feel that I can express how I feel and I know with absolute certainty that I can make a difference in the lives of others? And I had to think. And as much as I would like to give the answer in terms of the cookie cutter, like the brain switch for someone else, it's actually not, it wasn't like a single moment. It was a stacking of moments over the last 8 years. I got into personal development 8 years ago after I had a depression and I started listening to Tony Robbins, and I was obsessed with being the best that I can be. And I read so many books, listened to so many books, listened to so many podcasts, and I attended a lot of events. And not just that, like, my investment in myself paid off 100-fold. I mean, I was able to travel the world with my business partner, slept over my fifth, oh no, excuse me, slept over our $50 million mentor's place in Santa Monica for a full month. Finding myself in, and sometimes with her as well, in rooms where people pay, over $6,500 to attend, and then going to the royal ball in the Palace of Versailles and sleeping over a billionaire's house, and then completing a full year of traveling while having my own business. And I did the thing that I thought was the biggest thing that I can do. And once I did it, I realized that I could have thought so much bigger. And after I did that, I got back home in August of 2022, and I had a lot of time to think. I had a lot of time to reflect. I had a lot of time to process. And me and my former business partner split up in November of last year. And I had to process that relationship, right? She was my best friend. She was my business partner. We're still friends. Um, but when you decide to consciously uncouple from someone who means a lot to you, yeah, you're gonna go through grief. You're gonna go through some challenging times. And I had to put that relationship into perspective. And I had to think about my own strengths. I had to think about what it is that I'm really good at. And I had, I just, I had so many years of people putting belief into my head when I didn't have it. That's why I love mentors, because mentors believe in you, mentors see things that you don't see, and and their belief in you is unwavering. I mean, unwavering. I suppose they are aware that, hey, you might be going through some challenging times right now, but like that's part of the process. And they have the perspective of them coming out on the other side of that. And maybe not just them, but seeing other people do that as well. And I mean, over the years, I had so many people tell me that, just tell me how great I am. And I never saw that myself. I never really believed it. I felt like there were still things that I had to work on and improve. And once I get those things handled, then finally I'd feel like I'm enough. So, bottom line is, there really is no, for me, my journey. I can't really give a cookie cutter answer to help somebody else. The only thing I can do is just share my own observations. And I think I'm very proud of myself because, I mean, I endured so much shit and I pushed through and I made it out on top. I made it out. And I decided to go my own way. And my own way may not look like your way. And that's okay. Only thing I did really was listen to myself. Like that's all I really did. I listened to myself. Like deep down inside, everything had a purpose. It started off like I wanted confidence and I wanted business connections, and I was willing to do whatever it took to do it. I mean, without compromising my integrity. I wanted to do it while maintaining peace in my head, not having to manage relationships, not having to remember who I told what to. I was willing to do whatever it took while still remaining authentic and honest to myself. And when you show yourself what it is that you can do and what's possible for you and possible for your life, I don't know, maybe your self esteem will increase as well. I can only say what's worked for me. So I just felt compelled to make that video because it wasn't a moment, it was a process. And just makes me think of like, I've been very process focused lately, not trying to think about the outcomes, but like appreciating where it is that I am and appreciating where it is that I'm going. And sure, I have a big picture in my head, but like the big picture isn't everything. It's just like that's where I'm going. All right, that's it. It's just direction of the sails. That's it. The enjoyment isn't of the obtainment of the thing. The enjoyment is of the acting to moving towards the thing. It's almost like you're at the beach and you're walking along the beach where the waves are crashing down onto the sand, and you're just going on a walk. It's not about you're trying to get to the end of that walk. It's about enjoying the process of that walk. You know where you're going. You're gonna get there, but you're not so I gotta get there, I gotta get there, I gotta get there. You're enjoying, you're listening to the waves, you're enjoying the atmosphere, you're feeling the breeze on your skin, and that's why I feel like the richness of life is taking my focus away from the outcomes and putting it more into my actions and being grateful for the time that I'm spending or the time that I'm investing. So that's about it. I hope this was helpful.